Hey, this is me, the one and only White Tiger Angel, also known as Bruno Miguel Santos, going live for VPT Virtual Photowalkers in Tokyo, live Photowalkers worldwide, and awesome ladies and gents of G+. Tonight we have a very special event for all of you with our own special Mama Wanda. Yeah, she's back, and she's better than ever, so let me pass the torch to my beautiful host, Miss Candy Javier Sakai. Miss Candy, it's all
Hi,
yours.
this is Candy Javier Sakai from Virtual Photowalkers in Tokyo and Live Photowalkers Worldwide, bringing you this, the first time cooking show, all the way from Florida, with a collaboration, very awesome, the awesome ladies and gents community by the owner herself, by Miss Wanda Kelley, all the way from Bloomberg Ranch, Florida. Wow, it's awesome. And we are very honored that she's going to do this for us. Nothing more to say. And Wanda, please, it's your spotlight. Take it ahead.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome to my kitchen here in DeLand, Florida. You are joining me at the Bromberg Ranch, and we are getting ready to do two international dishes. I'm going to let Bruno tell you what the dish is in Portuguese, and then, of course, I'm doing a Korean dish, which is mandu soup, which I have named a hot soup. A lot of you out there know me as Mama Wanda. I'm still Mama Wanda, but as you can see, healthy eating, exercising. A lot of you knew me back, a year or so ago, and I've, did a lot of changing. I've had some life-changing events go on, and one of them is healthier eating, healthier lifestyle, which I've lost 48 pounds. So, it's great that you can actually still eat the foods that you like, but be able to lose weight, because you can't do it with just diet alone. You've got to have some kind of exercise regimen as well. Like I take the dog out for a walk 3 times a day, and the walks last about 20 minutes each walk. So, all right, let's get started. Bruno, you want to tell the good folks out here what this dish is that I'm ready to make?
Sure. Okay, so what Mama Wanda is going to do is a typical Portuguese dish, which is called crawfish à la brás. Typically, this is it used to be a kind of pub food, and because we are on the country, we love crawfish. Okay, and we have a saying, there's 365 ways to do crawfish, which means one a day. So, but this recipe is so easy to do. If you don't have crawfish, you can trade it with tuna, like Mama Wanda is going to do, or with some chicken. It's a very, very easy preparing. It's very easy to cook. It's not that difficult. Well, just follow the recipe, and I'm here to answer all your questions if you have any.
So,
Mama
Wanda,
Wanda, let's
take
do
it
it.
away.
What I want to do before I get started on this dish is I want to give a holler out to a gentleman by the name of David Glass. If you can see over here, I made a special cake for a friend, and this is a chocolate mousse cake that I got the recipe from him. David Glass, it was a wonderful recipe. It came out beautiful, as you can see. We don't know about taste yet until I actually try it, but that'll be later. All right, so let's get started here. All right, I did some preparing beforehand, such as we replaced the codfish with tuna fish. And you're going to think this is funny. I'm Asian. I don't eat fish. I eat.
That's a weird stuff to know.
And it has something to do with the Asian way of cooking a fish. They leave the head on. And so as a small child, I got traumatized at something staring back at me that I was eating. So that's why I don't do fish. I actually don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
So
I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Okay.
Exactly. So I've started my pan for my mandu hot soup that I make for myself since I don't eat fish. All right, Bruno, so what I want to do is I want to get some olive oil in the pan and get started with the mushrooms, because we've also replaced the potatoes that go in this dish, because if you're on a diet, you want a low-carb diet, which you need to take out starch.
Yeah.
pasta,
Exactly.
you some rice, of course, so breads. So Peter is on a low-carb diet, so I'm trying to stay to that to keep him healthy as well. And of course, as you can see, I'm using olive oil to do all my sautéing or frying in because it's a lot
It's
better for
what's
you than.
recommended.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's what is recommended.
For those who are watching this, this is the own version of Wanda Kelly's recipe for this Portuguese recipe. You can revise your own way, and
And then
you
also,
don't have to follow the recipe at itself. Okay, please.
and for my soup, I've got a regimen of different kind of vegetables in here. Of course, I've got bean sprouts, I've got bamboo shoots, water crescents, and straw mushrooms. And I will also be adding white mushroom to
Wow.
my soup as well as Peter's. So we're gonna get this
So
dropped in.
we're having two right now, a soup and this tuna de abras. So that's
Mhm.
really awesome. Well, this is very healthy as far as I can see. So people who are just tuned in, this is a healthy, a healthy recipe actually. If you're on a diet or something like that, you can actually follow this and revise it on your own recipe. You don't have to follow the typical type of recipe. Even though you don't have this or those ingredients, you can still revise it as Wanda is doing right now. She just replaced the potatoes to a mushroom. That is a really clever choice. And since she's on a diet and a strict diet with her and uh, plus Peter Blumberg, this is a very nice choice for both of them. And I think this is a very healthy tip. This is a nice tip, and I guarantee you.
And actually, it's a nice twist
Now,
because here's the thing.
garlic, because garlic is one of them beautiful spices, herbs, whatever you want to call it, garlic. But garlic brings so much to cooking. It brings such a robust flavor, as well as very aromatic. It is very, very healthy for you, especially if you have heart disease or high blood pressure. So I
Exactly.
don't know if all of you are. When you have your
I'm a
garlic
garlic
clove, you know
freak.
how it gets all this.
Hmm.
There's a way that this is a tip now. You take and separate your garlic clove and you put it on your cutting board with your knife, and you always want a
Hmm.
wide blade knife. You
Hmm.
just take it, smack it one time, and then
Just
the
press
skin
it.
comes off.
Hmm.
Really easy to do that. A garlic tends to be kind of sticky, so it will stick to your
Exactly.
fingers. Right, and peel
Exactly.
it. But doing
Exactly.
it right, it's efficient.
Hmm.
You get the skin off really quick. You
Hmm.
don't sit there for 20 minutes trying to peel the skin off, and of course you just remove the brown end.
Exactly.
So,
One tip I can give you when peeling garlic is why try to place that in a microwave oven for 10 to 3 seconds, and it will peel off very quickly.
uh-huh.
I was
That's really quickly.
For those of
I
you
was
that are knife, you can cut yourself, so that will work too.
Uh-huh. Just be
And of
careful
course,
with
we've
the
got the
knife.
mushrooms going, and
Just
oh
be
I
yeah,
was
careful.
saying
definitely.
that actually
Um, yeah,
that's a good
they-
putting the mushrooms instead of the potatoes because the traditional recipe asks for fried potatoes that are fried, then it's mixed onto the into the pan. But if you can't do that, you have a great alternative in mushrooms and carrots because it's just what it needs is just some
Mhm.
type of you know some type of starch to mix to adhere to the beaten eggs. But if
Exactly.
you can't, like Miss Wanda said, if you cannot have fried potatoes, replace that with something more healthy like mushrooms, and it will stay true to its origins. But it's your kitchen. You are the one who's cooking it, so you know what's best for you.
Let me go ahead and tell you folks out there what you're going to need for this recipe. You're going to need, and this is for serving of 4. Of course, I'm only doing 1 serving, so just keep that in mind, of course.
Hmm.
All right, so prep time is 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Cooking time is 25 minutes.
Mhm.
Ready in 35 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay. You're going to need 350 grams,
Mhm.
12 to 1/3 ounce of a canned tuna, which I've already prepared here that you see.
Mhm.
And of course, you want to fluff it out, add some black
Mhm.
pepper to it.
Mhm.
Then you're going to need one medium onion, which I started already. I've got this here, and I'll get that cut up here in a minute. Then
Mhm.
3 garlics and cloves, which I already got chopped up here.
Mhm.
Then you're going to need 50 milliliters, at least 1/3 teaspoons of olive oil in your pan,
Mhm.
which I already did. And of course, I do a lot of this by eye because I'm a cook.
Mhm.
For you at home that are wanting to try this,
Mhm.
don't depend on your eye. Go ahead and measuring stuff. All
Yeah.
right. Then you're going to need oregano to taste. You're going to need pepper to taste, parsley to taste,
Mhm.
700 grams, or
Mhm.
1.5 pounds of potatoes, which we already said we're replacing that with mushrooms instead.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then you're going to need 2 whole eggs, which I only have one. When you person.
That's
And then, of course, salt to taste, and then vegetable oil, but olive oil, of course, as
Mhm.
you can see.
Of
All right,
course.
so we've
Yeah.
done shredded the tuna. While my soup is going here, I'm going to go ahead and get my
Mhm.
started, which I use accent salt, which you're going to use maybe a teaspoon, which of
Mhm.
course I'm not using, I'm doing by eye.
Mhm.
All right, then we have another great seasoning, and this is in Korean. And unfortunately, I do not speak Korean, but if you can see what that is, this is a soup seasoning.
That's
So I'm just
yeah.
going to take a pinch of
It's the
this
similar also for the Ajinomoto type
and
of
drop that
brand in Japan.
in here. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my garlic clove that I've chopped up
Mhm.
over here. Do a little bit more
Wanda
chopping
is
so I don't
Miss
have big
Wanda
old
right now
hunks.
is preparing for the
I
soup.
love garlic, so it doesn't bother me.
Mhm.
You just want to get a good fine chopping on it so you don't have big old hunks in it.
Mhm. And the oil is being used is an olive oil. Remember this, you can substitute your oils on your own choice. You don't have to follow the recipe as itself. You can choose what kind of oil or what kind of ingredients will be. It will be perfect. Just reinvise for your own style, and that's it. You don't you,
reinvent.
you don't have to
Exactly.
follow.
Reinvent
You
the
if
dish.
you're in the kitchen, you rule the kitchen and you know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly. But like I told you, if you cannot make it with potatoes, just add something else. It doesn't have recipes. That's the great thing about recipes. You can change them to your taste. So,
Hmm.
and
Even yeah,
many times, great recipes come out of old recipes that
exactly.
were done
Many people,
traditionally,
yeah,
and
many.
someone just added something, and it became a different thing, but with still that base.
Mhm. Just right now, the cook, I mean, Miss Wanda just had an olive oil, then the white mushrooms just sliced into pieces by hands, then the chopped garlics now placed inside the pan while the soup is cooking, so you can have this both at the same time. See how quick it is? And also for if you don't have if some people don't want the some tuna, Bruno, since you're the native, what else do you have for a substitute aside from tuna for this recipe?
Uh, Basically, this dish is made with codfish, but if you the original recipe calls out for codfish. But if you don't have codfish, you can do it with tuna, like Miss One is doing right now, or chicken. You have
Oh, okay.
say for example, you have grilled chicken
Mm,
leftovers.
mm,
That's
mm,
a great that's a great way to you know
okay.
use those leftovers into
Mhm.
I'm
something
doing
Okay.
something. Yes.
So right now, Wanda is beating the eggs. Okay. Well, this is getting so excited. I'm getting so excited about this dish. Wow. I'm
If
getting
you
so
want,
excited.
Can you? I will have an I can have opportunity because I always have. It's one thing. It's one staple on my house. I always have some chicken leftovers, and when I want to do something quick, something that is hearty and
Mhm.
stay and tasty, I just put, just chop some onions,
Mhm.
put some olive oil,
Uh-huh.
onions, garlic,
Mhm.
lettuce, and if I usually don't fry the potatoes, I buy them, and when the potatoes are thinly sliced,
Mhm.
like hay,
Mhm.
like hay.
Mhm.
Um, and then we just let it cook a little bit the chicken and get it
Mhm.
heat up,
Mhm.
and then we put the potatoes. We
Mhm.
mix it,
Mhm.
and then we add the egg, let it
Wow,
cook, and that's it.
that's look
Basically, that's it.
awesome. That's look,
Exactly.
that's looking awesome. By the way, a while ago you put something. I saw you put some seasoning of that. What kind of seasoning is that, Wanda? Before you place the salt.
Salt, regular salt, and pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Regular
So
salt and pepper. Okay.
the recipe says salt to taste. So
Okay.
all right. So now my broth that we use for my Korean mandu soup is ready. When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to a boil, you want to go ahead here, and these are pre-made mandu dumplings. I'm just going to
Oh,
drop these in
wow.
there. This
Ooh.
Our
soup
dumplings.
is
Our dumplings.
so yeah. When these dumplings are done, you're
Hmm.
going to want to remove it from the right away because of the wrap that it's made in is very, very
Exactly.
thin. If
Exactly.
you cook it a long time, it's
Hmm.
going to bust up in your own ingredients
Exactly.
in the actual dumpling.
Actually,
So,
Wanda, we call that sui gyoza in Japanese.
uh-huh.
We have the same type.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we called it sui gyoza, which means it's water-based dumplings.
Yeah, make sure it's the flavoring is
Yeah,
correct on
sure.
here.
Ah, yummy! Ah!
Yeah,
Mm, 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 mm.
cooking a green scallion, and of course, my farmer's market here, I got some really big ones.
Whoa. Mhm,
So we're just going to prepare this, and we're going to take
mhm,
off the brown,
mhm,
nasty looking stuff.
mhm,
Peel one peeling away from the scallion itself would be good and sufficient.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
People who
I
just
just like to
mhm,
at an angle when I'm cutting it, because the
mhm,
presentation there just looks a little bit better than just a
mhm,
regular cut. So we're just going to do this like so.
mhm.
Exactly.
People who just tuned in, one Miss Wanda Kelly just has her dumplings done by putting a little of mushrooms and the dumplings, and that's one is for the soup. And now she's cutting up the spring onions and everything, while the tuna de braised basic the basic dish is cooking on the other pot. So she's doing two things in one time.
And the
As you
green
can.
onions, you don't want to go off until right before it's ready to be done because you want it to
Mhm,
keep that
mhm,
green color.
exactly. Exactly.
You want it to crunch. You don't want to cook it too much.
Mhm.
So this is almost done, not quite yet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some of this red hot chili oil, which is
Whoa.
phenomenal flavoring if you
Oh,
like spicy.
that's
If you
awesome.
can't handle it too hot, just do it by eye. And this is a very hot
Mm-hmm.
oil, so
Mm-hmm.
we're going to put like 3 little ounces in it
Mm-hmm.
because this is phenomenal as far as spicy.
Well, they can
Right
adjust
there.
for the spiciness. They can still adjust for that. They know their
Yeah.
level of spices, especially if
But as an Asian,
yeah,
it's not as spicy as most Asians use it.
exactly,
So, all right,
exactly,
so our onions are
exactly. For
caramelized now, so you
but a lot of
add
people
the
love
tuna.
spicy foods anyway. A lot of people love spicy anyway,
Hmm.
and it
Well,
keeps
it's
you
actually
warm.
very,
Yeah, they always say the more spicy food, the more warmer you get,
yes, I tend
and
to
it's
agree.
I mean, that's good for, I mean, for health, for a healthy recipe like this. And if you want to keep, I mean, warm about yourself, you want to burn a lot of calories. I think that that spice is good enough for this recipe.
And of course, Asian people have less issues with heart issues and high blood
Exactly.
pressure than other
Exactly.
people. Now, I'm not getting racist on you by any means, but
Exactly.
if you take and look at what they eat as a diet, they eat
Hmm.
very little meat and
Yes.
all kinds of vegetables.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they're very healthy for you. So if you're serious about wanting to be on a diet, then you
Hmm.
need to cut out some of the meats that you're eating. And I would suggest the red meat, such as
Hmm.
beef,
Hmm.
um, to things like chicken,
Hmm.
seafood, and of
Hmm.
course, stay away from frying.
Of
Either
course.
saute, broil it, boil
Hmm.
it, grill it.
Hmm.
Stay away from fried foods all the way
You
around if you
you
possibly
can
can,
do
because it's
whatever you want as long as the kitchen speaks for itself.
exactly. So this recipe just says put a good browning on the tuna,
Hmm.
which I'm doing now.
Hmm. I can't wait.
And
I think this is a nice breakfast for me. Hey, send it to Tokyo and send it to Portugal.
No, actually,
and share.
you
Oh
are
no,
just
exactly. Well,
oh,
Portugal,
one.
you
Okay,
don't need anything. You don't need anything. I just need that.
okay. So what are you having?
Oh, that's a nice red wine. Ah,
It's an Italian red
ah,
wine.
we're getting jealous. I'm getting jealous. I'm grounded for
Well,
drinking. For some, okay, this is it. For the record, I am grounded for drinking at the moment.
Inside, I don't know, can you
Oh,
see this?
that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome.
Put it in
Yummy,
a bowl,
yummy.
I'll show it to you. But this is done, I'm just going to leave it on the burner since it's finished. Just cut it off.
Mhm.
Then I'm going back to this dish now. Now the recipe says remove it from the heat, but leave the burner on.
Mhm.
Because what I do now, it says, Pam, okay, turn off. Oh, where am I at? Hold on. Potatoes. Potatoes. And a
Well,
potato,
this
place
is the
on.
first time. It's
Well,
okay.
at this time you put the fried potatoes on. That's the step.
And also the
But
eggs, it
since
says. So I just dumped the eggs that I mixed up
since it,
right in the
yeah,
pan.
since
Yeah.
you
Instead
exactly,
of
and now
yeah.
mix it with the thing until
And
Oh,
we'll
everything
turn
I
until
have
the
to
egg
try this
gets met
dish.
up with
Wait a
everything.
minute. I have to try this. I have to
And
try
it's
this.
just the time and for everyone out there. It's just the time for the egg to cook, and it's done. It's that quick.
Whoa.
It's that quick and that easy.
I think this will be a nice, I mean, if you have a lettuce or cabbage, you can place on top of it while you serve it. I think that is a
Yeah,
nice also choice for this. Since you don't
yeah.
want, if you don't want to eat bread, if you don't want to eat rice, why not try some lettuce or cabbage and then put that on top of it? I think
Yep.
that will be a really a healthy food.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you. I think too. Okay, now the recipe calls for the parsley. What did I do with my parsley? I had it sitting out, and now I can't find it.
Okay, for
Ah,
people who don't like parsley, you can actually add mint to that little portion. Okay, I'm telling you, if you don't like parsley, stick to the mint. One leaf will be okay, not the whole bunch.
Well,
exactly. All right.
I would say mint or parsley are very good, especially in this variation of the recipe, since we are
Hmm.
not using fried potatoes. We are using mushrooms, and a
Hmm.
good complement for the mushrooms is actually mint, and
Hmm.
gives that that the earth from the earthiness of the mushrooms to the
Hmm.
freshness of the mint.
Hmm.
It complements
Hmm. Since Miss Wanda is on a diet and Peter also is
exactly.
on a diet, you can mix this with the vegetable, whatever vegetable you want, and I think that will
It's
be a great
it's done,
healthy
and
food.
that's it. It's done. That
See how
easy.
quick, how quick, how quick it is. And for her first time, it's really well. I'm impressed.
And that's what it looks like.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Exactly. That's
Now my Mondu hot soup in my bowl here, so you can take a look at what that looks like.
Oh,
And the vegetables.
I'm getting hungry.
we're both getting hungry. I'm just watching it and going, oh my God, I just had lunch. I had
I'm getting
dinner, but
hungry. So this is
oh
the soup.
my
Oh my
God, it's
God!
so
Look at
good.
that! Look at that!
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. We can only say it's mm-mm at the moment. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well,
And let Peter just taste it. Okay, we want the reaction from Peter.
Exactly. We want the first. We
We want the
promised you a
witness.
reaction. We promised you the reaction. We will
We
get the reaction from the Miss
priceless. Okay, for everybody who's
Bromberg
going to watch
itself.
this, watch out for the reaction. Priceless.
yeah, I'm gonna go get him, and I'm gonna set his plate down, and we'll get
The
Okay,
camera
tasting
over.
going.
okay. Since Miss Wanda Kelly right now is preparing and everything for the setup for her table. We just finished her tuna de brasse, her own style. Okay, the tuna instead of the potatoes, the mushroom. Nice choice.
Mushrooms.
Nice
Exactly.
choice. With 3 cloves of garlic, half an onions, and an olive oil. For the oil, you can choose whatever you want. It's your choice. And her soup, the dumplings. The dumpling soup, there's the dumplings, a little mushroom, a spring onions, and some seasoning from the Korean side. If you don't have any those seasoning from the Korean side, you can find your own way of having this soup and as your own version. That's Miss Wanda Kelly's version, and you can find your own one. So you don't stick actually to to the original recipe. Improvise your own. Homemade is always the best. For this type of Portuguese recipe, you can do whatever you want as long as you want. So now, ladies and gentlemen who just
We
tuned
are
in,
getting
we are
tuning
proud to
in for the
we are
tasting.
proud. Yes, we are proud to have Mr. Peter Plumberg from his home, and he's now ready to taste it. Ready for the reaction, okay, guys? Ready for the reaction.
Okay.
You're such a tease, Peter. Get up, come on. Oh,
A sign of approval.
the sound of approval. Priceless. Priceless.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
My goodness.
All right, I'm gonna sign out, have my dinner. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen here at the Bromberg Ranch this evening.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Yes, this is Candy Javier Sakai from Virtual Photowalkers in Tokyo and Live Photowalkers Worldwide just brought you Miss Wanda Kelly, the owner of the community, awesome ladies and gents in G Plus with Bruno Miguel Santos all the way from Lisbon, Portugal, having this first time cooking show all the way from Florida, from Bloomberg's Ranch. Thank you so much for bearing and thank you so much. We'll see you the next time.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Bye. Oops.